We can ask.
Jackie, did it catch you totally by surprise that this coup attempt by KJP was reported? And because they have great detail, they even talked about a job that she was going to get and how to exit. And the critiques they had on her seem pretty much the consistent critiques about her. Doesn't understand the policy, glued to the binder, has to read everything verbatim. So it seems like there's a lot of substance to it. Did it catch you by surprise?
Well, it caught me by surprise, the timing of this report, because the whole Emily's List offer was several months ago. That was reported at the time, so I don't know what sort of made this come out now. Broadly speaking, you know, Karine has her wheelhouse in certain areas, just like we see John Kirby always talking about anything with national security, foreign policy. You know, former Pentagon spokesman, they sort of divide that job in that area, and when Karine has to, you know, talk about the things that usually John Kirby talks about, it's not as strong as when she talks about things that are more in her wheelhouse, political messaging, for instance. But the timing of the report was a little bit surprising because we knew about the Emily's List offer back in, I think, December.
Well, maybe it had to do with the fact that it came out, I think, on Friday. Saturday was the White House Correspondents' Dinner. You were up on the dais because you're part of the association and you're one of the officers. I'm sure that there was some small talk about that. It actually, at that event, I was there, a White House official, a very high-ranking person, told me that the story was absolutely true. They would like her to step aside, but she just won't go.
That's interesting. I mean, you see the on-the-record vehement denials that were in that New York Post report, and then also echoed when we asked about it at Fox News. You know, behind the scenes, I think people speak a little bit more candidly, but I can't speak to it. Personally, I was, you know, on an island away from everyone else, so the only person I talked to all night was Doug Emhoff, and actually he was a pleasure to speak to. But we had a meal together up on the stage watching the dinner, and I think it was a success. So a lot of jokes. The president, you know, he pulled off some funny lines. The bike one was a good one.
Yep.